All right, everybody, welcome back. Hello, this is VR Master League. We continue on our day chock full of streams, our week chock full of streams, our streams chock full of streams. I'm Palidore, being joined by someone that we've seen on these chock full of streams. That's SputnikKobra joining me again here on the commentary as we get set to go with Hydro and Meta.
I'm looking forward to this matchup tonight. I'm not familiar with Hydro. I'm not familiar with Meta. That's really been the situation for many of these teams because, again, there are so many that are new, and it's just such a great opportunity to cast them for their first matches and see what they've got.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, well, for Hydro, this kind of the reformation of sorts of Team Mirage, one of the later joining teams into the league in Season 1. Have Tony, Antgas, Saluna, and Soisi hitting it up in here, and it's going to be fun watching them make their returns and see how they go against this team in meta and just how meta they may play, because as you said, it's very unknown for some of these newer teams of the league this season, and we'll see if they stay true to their name. We've got Jake Go Packers. I wonder which team he's a fan of. We've got Caden. There's a familiar name right there for me. And the boss plays. He's going to play in just a second. And Rise.
Reese? I'm going to go with Reese.
Okay, you can go with Reese. I'll go with Rise. It'll probably be somewhere in the middle. But yeah.
Well, nonetheless, it's good to see all these new players and a lot of new names for me to learn and place with their teams and start getting some sort of rapport with them. And, you know, as they play more and we see more of their play, it's great to see these players develop.
Absolutely. Now, see, I'm just noticing a little bit of something here, and I'm kind of hesitant because I already told the players to they can start when they want, but I'm realizing my gamepad is just not cooperating with me again. So, spaghetti-o. We'll have to take care of that at some point. Otherwise, I'm not going to be a happy camera. That's all right.
It's time to get you a new controller.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, I mean, it was cooperating for most of the day. I'm just not sure. It's sometimes it's a little temperamental, but you know what? I would agree. We need consistency on the gamepad end. For why are we a league otherwise, if not for our consistent gamepadiness? That's what I always say.
I think it's time to get a new gamepad and a backup gamepad. I mean, I'm gonna find some good deals and I'll get one for you for your birthday.
Which is coming real soon. How soon? You'll never know.
Just give me the month and I'll ship it out express.
All right, well, this coming month, so in another day or two. But yes, let's see. So we've got ourselves a lot of Twitch people coming in here. We see Zuck's #1, Sputnik dropping his emotes in there. Mr. Orange stopping by. Dr. Schnabs. Wow, never seen more than 5. Well, you know what? Welcome to VRML. We get this in our sleep. Yeah, that's right. And we got a lot of activity. People coming in, really excited ever since the Quest release. Really, I mean, for a while there, with that Quest version, week after week it seemed like, or every other week between basically April and May, we were breaking our peak viewership pretty consistently. You know, it went from like 80 peak to 90 peak to 110 peak and then 220 peak for the finals. It's good stuff. But you want to know what else is good stuff? Well, this match getting underway now between Hydro and Meta. So here we go.
Meta trying for this clear through tube. It's going to bounce back. He slapped back towards mid. Meta finding some success, but that Hydro's boost just comes right back into their bubble, finding it and getting that forward pass.
And sending it all the way clear down on that pass to Saluna. We always know the dangers of Saluna, and that is exactly it. Just head on with a goalkeeper. Very little you can do to stop it. That's 2 points for Hydro.
And with 30 minutes off the clock, that will start this round. 2 points. So Saluna, we know, is a very strong striker. She's one of the best forms in the game. But will that be enough to carry her team to a win?
Yeah, very, very good question. We will see that Joust just missing the disc. So on the retrieval, the boss plays does manage to save the day, but not for too long because there's Tony, and he's looking for a chance to score some more with an underarm shot from Antgas. Wow.
Nice pass underneath goal. Antgas able to ascend underneath goal, fake out that goalie, and then get that really close layup in front of it.
I guess, overhead more so than underarm. But yeah, just that that reverse fling into the donk. Very, very saucy move from Antgas. Of course, usually I save that one for Soisy, but nonetheless, Saluna, going to go for that shot, just barely missing it, but going to get a rebound. It's Tony with that disc and just encroaching upon the goal. A 4 easy does it. There's 6 points now on the board.
Tony not looking for any passes, just deciding to take that in by himself and finding that 2 points at 4 meters.
So just 2 minutes expired off the clock and a few nice and convenient goals already for Hydro. Meta going to launch out here and see what they can get going on as Rise goes for the clear. Yours was Reese, right? Reese and I'm Rise.
I think it's Reese. You know, I'm going to go with that. I think with the double E's, it kind of tries to reinforce that. But with this pass to Soisy getting that maneuver, but not able to finish the shot as it bounces off the lower pocket.
Sputnik, the linguist, I guess. You took linguistics, and I'm very impressed. But nonetheless, it's going to be a shot from Soisy, assisted by Tony. It's 8 points here for Hydro.
I'm a big fan of etymology. I'm a big fan of the study of words, and that's actually a true statement. So I'll throw that out there.
I'm a fan of true statements, the truology.
Well, with
study of
that
truth.
being said, we get a little bit of a truth. But Reese to take the disc, not able to find that pass out of the QB, but scrambling to get it, find it off the Geo. And they'll send that clear through tube and able to retrieve it, going for the long shot, but it's not going to be on target as it bounces to the floor.
But it will be on target for the boss, and he did get the play. It's 8-2, first score going through for Meta here on that retrieval.
And a nice pickup it is, so we joust advantage back to Hydro. Hydro with this nice 6-point lead. They've got some breathing room, and they're going to try to look to extend it.
All right, well, let's see if they can. Antgas, he's going to do his best here, right at the bow tie, just bouncing around and waiting for the defense to maybe, just maybe, approach. And there it finally goes as a shot, or rather a throw to Soisy on the retrieval, right back at him with a back pass. And you can see just the nice disc control being shown here by their team.
Antgas hitting that disc along the block, trying to pull that defender out, and it did work as he found the pass to Tony at ceiling, and Tony's descending for that 3-meter 2.
Yeah, Tony getting his own goals in here on the board. Just again, a lot of talent here on this team, and you know, it was Saluna who joined. Obviously, one of the hot topics in the latter weeks of season 1 of VRML. Just because you know she's a longtime player, but kind of came out of really nowhere in the context of VRML and just dominated. And I don't say that lightly. It was just the amount of impressive scoring performances from Saluna in the last 3 or 4 weeks or so of season 1 of the regular season. Just was a sight to behold for sure.
Absolutely, and multiple steals will happen on the edge of that bubble in the Hydro backcourt, but they'll follow it up with another boosting stack, and they'll try and get that long shot. It'll be off target, but the other boost following it up will miss that other shot. So we'll bounce out of the bubble. It'll be a fight for possession along the wall.
And the fight being lost there by Saluna, and disc being lost as well. So just going to try and find the boost after this clear goes through. You can see a variety of players linking up, but a good leech coming in as well from Meta, unable to retrieve the disc first. So it's just going to float right back into the awaiting hands of the midfielder, which is Jake. Go Packers. And he's just trying to go and pack some points in if he can.
And luckily, they'll be able to get that rebound in the backcourt, the backline player, but not able to find the pass or the clear. And that quick boosting from Hydro is just there to respond, and they'll get the pass. They'll get the shot. The assist by Soisy, finished off by Saluna at 4 meters.
And all right, so 12-2. There's a little under half remaining here in this round. We've got pretty much, yeah, everyone on the board, as you can see here, for Hydro. Tony contributing 4, Saluna with 4, and a pair of points for Antgas and Soisy as well, who are 2 players in Season 1, played for Skull Crusaders together. So just kind of this nice mishmash of the Season 1 teams as they go for another shot that isn't quite in, but rebounded just the same from Saluna and saved by Jake. Amazing Jake.
Jake coming through with that save off the backboard, able to get the goal in the right amount of time, and they'll get the clear through mid. But the stack again from Hydro is just too quick, retrieves it in their backcourt, and sends it immediately for the clear and boost.
And will be retrieved by Tony momentarily, just trying to find the separation, and he does. Just enough to find the pass right beneath the feet, and on that upheaval, it's Saluna again. Saluna 22, just going up another 2 and continuing to impress here in this match.
Definitely, and as someone says in chat, don't forget to mention Saluna. Don't forget that. Very strong player, and I feel like we're saying too much, and it will bounce back off that Geo, off that block, and be retrieved, or at least attempted to retrieve. They'll get the stun. Tony will get it, and Tony's going to look towards Nest, or he's just going to take it himself.
Yeah, Tony, again, that pass beneath this time to Soisy, but he's going to lose it out there to the nice stun and the punch out from Rise, or Reese, rather, as I'm going to go with Sputnik. I'm going to trust you on this one, but still good brawling going through, but unfortunately the clear just eventually winding up back in the hands again of Hydro, so getting stunned is Saluna, and getting the disc back is Reese, and a clear will be successful to the orange side.
And as these slow stacks come out, the player boosting down Soisy, the one to retrieve it, now scanning the court, trying to find his opportunities, but under no pressure. He doesn't have to act. They have this lead, 2 minutes on the clock. They're looking to just run it out.
And yeah, doing so pretty successfully. It's one of the strategies you'll generally see from a lot of experienced teams more over time, is just learning that clock management to a degree, especially when you approach those last few minutes. And as we are here, a pretty sizable lead, trying to increase it some more. It's Saluna finding the backboard, and up 16-2 now.
Finding the backboard with some force, 18 meters a second out of her hand, 9 meters a second off that bounce. Very difficult to stop that close, and with such speed, no chance for that goalie.
And with the score being as wide of a gap as it is right now, just another situation where I think playing again for the rhythm here for meta, and it's a formidable team they're going up against right now with Hydro, and they're just kind of rolling right now. But I do like from meta, I mean, they've been pretty persistent here on just the defense, on brawling and what have you. It's just more so getting it through as a ding dunk goes, and Saluna getting a couple more, 18-2 now.
Able to take that goal right up, able to take that disc right up to the goal. They went for the pass above backboard. They didn't need it, and they were just able to descend upon it and find that nicely placed goal.
Yeah, so just over again, and as Agent Victoria in the chat points out too, the clears not really buying the opportunities for meta that they're looking for here, because they're doing a good job trying to be aggressive on defense, but ultimately they get the disc back. The clears aren't really getting to where they want it to be, and that results in an anchor shot that's saved out by Reese.
A good showing from Reese, able to stop that shot. It's very hard to stop these anchor shots. They kind of conceal your arm movement, but nonetheless, a really great save from him. And a stop from Caden. Caden now in this bubble has a chance, and he'll find the 2 points, 5 meters below the goal. So putting 2 more points on the board for Meta as they look to finish this first round.
That was a really nice grab there by Caden. So Meta finding a couple more points here just as we close off the round. And maybe that will be exactly what they need to feel a bit better going into the next round and see how it goes. But yeah, Hydro really putting on the pressure, Hydro pressure, I suppose, in that first.
Absolutely. And like you said, momentum, it's such an important factor going into this first week. These matchups, it's what you can take away from them, what you can learn, and what you can use to build your team as you approach the following weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And with it being week 1, mentioned this in the earlier streams as well, because there are so many teams who, some of them competed in week 0 for the challenge matches, some did not, and that's fine, but just more so, as we get more games, or as teams get more games underneath their belt, because of the ladder system in VRML, give it until, week 2 or 3, and definitely, if the last seasons and pre-seasons were any indications, I mean, the amount of competition you see as the teams kind of settle in their places, I mean, it's fun because then you get these stories as well. I know speaking of Antgas and Soisy, who were on Skull Crusaders in Season 1, they were kind of one of my favorite teams to follow. Starting kind of in bronze and working their way up. They got into silver. They started just getting better and better over the course, and it's just fun watching these teams able to really climb those ladders and just get better over the course of weeks or months.
Definitely, and that's my most favorite element of competitive play. And with the neutral just underway, we slapped down into the backcourt of Meta. Not able to retrieve it off the wall, but getting it in the back line will be Antgas as they're looking to start this offensive possession.
Yeah, and will be taken by Antgas here. Again, just bouncing it around, kind of baiting out the defenders, or trying to anyway. Quick shout out to Millennium Platypi Gang as a shot maybe for him in the spin, and it will get in. It's a slam dunk from Tony, and right on time to match the Prime subscription, Tier 1. Thank you so much.
And with that dunk, Tony will find 2 points. 9 minutes on the clock. This is time for Meta to respond. If Meta can get some momentum, they might be able to find some success in this second round.
Well, here's some good momentum for you. Look at that. 4 players for Hydro converging at once. Meanwhile, the back line just trying to interrupt and get back into the defensive end. There's some boost coming through. Saluna with a disc, taking a quick shot. Oh, only Saluna does that, and somehow it goes through. This isn't the first time it's happened. A backboarded, angled shot like that, going in with some just fire. It's uncanny.
Excuse me, I used to make shots like that all the time, but nonetheless, real recognizes real, and that was a terrific shot.
But I never watched you. Anyway, I'm just kidding. You know I am, because got all those awesome Season 1 highlights from those games you subbed in. But nonetheless, oh no, another one being subbed in. Sub-Zero, Ice Cold, it's Hydro. Getting it in the flask, and it's 8 points right on the board fast.
Able to follow up that clear with that fast stack, and again another rocket from Saluna at 18 meters a second, so they'll be up by 8 points, 2 minutes off the clock.
It's pretty ridiculous because Saluna isn't the only player certainly to do it, but just speaking from my own standpoint, like, I was always an accurate shot, just to pat myself on the back, I suppose, but I was never a fast shot, and that was a fast shot right there from Caden. A nice pass as well, delivery from Boss Plays, but I'm just so impressed how accurate you can be and throw it with such force. That's the big thing.
Well, it's all in the form. If you get the form right, how I used to throw is I threw with my body. I threw very much like a football or a baseball.
Right.
And I never tried to throw with my arm because that's how you'd hurt yourself. But I see that in Saluna, and Saluna has impeccable form.
Yeah, definitely echo super physical game, and shot forms will vary from person to person. I know the popular method is quite often is that, ooh, nice bounce delivery, actually. So one more backboarded shot again for 2. It's 10-2. Assist there, Soisy to Saluna off that bounce. That was pretty nice.
Another 18 meters a second out of her hands. So these are very difficult to stop, let alone at 5 meters, 10 meters, 8 meters. These are difficult shots, and they're very well placed.
Absolutely. But oh no, the stack so quick, a dozen. Hydro 12-2. Could hardly adjust before suddenly, boom, a steal and yet another goal. Now that was the quickest of the match so far.
They have the momentum and they're just getting away with it. So Meta just has to find some type of play. They have to find a way to pierce through this defense, find opportunities in the bubble, and as they approach, it seems that the stack is right there. I spoke too soon, and they will lose possession to Soisy.
Yeah, trying to go for a bounce play as well, but deep in the other side, Reese will take it over and look for Caden. So Caden takes that, looks at, again, some nice cross passes, just a zipper line up above, too high on the shot, but maybe in position for a rebound. No, it's going to sail right back to maybe Tony's hands, but instead actually right back to Blue. So Meta and Hydro, little hot potato, but will be right back to the hands of Antgas finally.
Antgas will take that disc and hit it against the floor a little bit, maybe adding a little bit of insult to injury, and then a long shot attempt will come through, but Reese will be there at the back line to take it.
And there's the boost once more. Saluna has the disc here, and we have a couple of defenders near the bow tie by the ramp trying to contest that back and forth, but the control very, very nice here in this formation, kind of a triangle of sorts forming. And yeah, just really playing the clock, but also being really accurate when they do make their moves into the goal.
And with this slap through tube, maybe they'll get a little bit of a breather. Maybe they'll find it, and sending the 2 players down court, pressuring that disc holder, but not able to get the stun. They're looking to get it off the floor, and they will get it. Jake will get it, set it up, and they'll send it right back, but the backline player isn't there, and it will go into the hands of Saluna for this long shot attempt.
And would not have been surprised if that was in, but nonetheless, Tony is going to try and guarantee it. Not the case. Still a rebound yet. Ant Gas, as the defense does close in on the goal and trying to drive, but maybe too ambitious into the crowd of defenders, results in the clear.
As that clear goes through, it will be followed up by 3 members of Hydro, ready to get back on defense, retrieve it, and send it right back for another clear into the back line for Reese to pick up.
Now some more stun steals and so on as a shot goes just off. Goal still momentarily exposed. We got 4 minutes left, a little bit above here as they close it off, and now taking place at the barrier. And it is the carrier, Saluna, 14-2 on the scoreboard now.
Racking up all the points. I think the strategy for Hydro is pass it up. There's no need for 2 strikers. They have 1 striker, 2 midfielders, and they're just getting it right up to Saluna for her to finish it off.
Now jousting out Caden with that very, very quick throw. Had to do it because of the speed coming in from that defensive stack, and it will result in the retrieval. So in the back line, Saluna with the disc and just trying to evade maybe the defender, slowly creeping up on her, and will get to the feet and held onto it too long. So good stun coming in. It's Jake Go Packers with the go-ahead stun and the clear.
And that 4-chain stack will send it all the way into their backcourt, where Soisi will pick it up along the ceiling. So incredibly quick transitional play. They didn't skip a beat, and the stack will go up to the offensive positioning on the floor. Tony will find it, send it along the floor, and they'll find it behind goal. Saluna at 2 meters.
Just a absolute clinic, can you say? And this, 22 points to match the namesake. So Saluna with 22. How about that?
An absolutely beautiful pass along the floor. You could see it just skimmed it and kept its distance and went right up into Saluna's hands. Very well placed pass from Hydro.
Now, bearing in mind that I have no idea, a little bit of awkward interactions goes on there. Bearing in mind I don't have obviously full stats on all the matches, but just that deep shot. Maybe Tony's going to take it, actually, and there's a goalie there. 22 is contesting, I think, maybe one of the highest scores we'll see from an individual. As I look at the ducks and the jumps and finally the dump in for the goal. It's 18-2. Tony right on time.
Is it time? Is it time yet?
It's Clobber and time. No, it's Tony time with the go-ahead goal and 2 minutes left in round 2.
And looking like it's going to be a strong showing for Hydro. They've had a very dominant lead for these 2 rounds, and they're looking to keep it, maybe looking for the mercy. And Meta is just trying their best to stop it, and they'll not be able to get through to that one as Tony will find it at 2 meters below the goal.
That he will, and closing in on the last maybe couple points. We'll see. Just the endless barrage it seems like at the moment. Of course, we'll be following this match. Not too long. We do have a pretty anticipated one coming up as well. Needless to say, between 2 top Season 1 teams, Wireless Jacks and Instinct will be here on this channel at the top of the hour, or pretty close to it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Of course, I'm going to try my best to get my gamepad working before then, after this match, so don't have to deal with my keyboard controls. But other than that, I mean, just, yeah, a lot of games, a lot of streams, and a lot of scoring to end it. Here it is, Soisi finding the finale on this second round.
And that will be it. It's 2-round sweep, and Netmaster22 coming through in chat saying, Saluna plays softball. That's the reason for the throwing form. I know. I pay for all of the training. Well, it definitely shows her form is impeccable, and I say that every time. It was definitely money well spent.
Yeah, forget softball. Saluna plays hardball with every team she goes against. It is just ridiculous sometimes. I mean, there you go again. Like I said, that could be one of the higher, if not highest, scoring outputs, I think, thus far in the season from an individual. Of course, in preseason 1, we had We had a smattering. By smattering, I mean a few 30-point games. We had a couple 40-point games, but that was in November, December. In Season 1, the highest scoring game was, I think, in the low 30s or so. So just for context, 22 is pretty high.
Absolutely, and a strong performance from Saluna. Definitely the MVP if there was one to say for this round. But very strong, and I've got nothing else to say, Palidore.
Well, what I've got to say is Instinct Wireless Jacks coming up really soon, so all of you guys stay tuned. Congrats to Hydro and for the victory, and Meta as well for just grinding through it. And again, I mean, this is just a testament to, I think, the progress of Hydro and their players there, because Meta, they also played some of those challenge matches, I do believe, in the early week, and Hydro as well, though, and we saw it earlier with High Voltage mentioning these Season 1 teams kind of returning, these late entries into Season 1 returning and showing some really good fire to start off Season 2. So you love to see it, but yeah, in terms of Meta, still, bright future ahead for them for sure. I mean, they've had a lot of success in Week 0, versus just taking a look at their page real quick. I mean, they had strong games versus Carnage, Crusaders, and one loss against Wombo Combo, but otherwise, another 29-16 against Technique. So they went 3-1 in the Week 0 challenges. So I mean, it's just when you face off against a team with a bit more experience and time, the results aren't always going to be what you like. But as things kind of settle in, I think Meta still is going to prove to be a very capable team for sure.
Definitely, and I know I said I had nothing else to say, but I had to say that everyone will develop, they will get better, things will get better, and I just can't wait for the ensuing weeks.
Yes, sir. So, until our next match, which is going to start pretty soon here at the top of the hour is when it's scheduled. So we'll be back with Wireless Jacks versus Instinct. Again, two top teams from Season 1 made it to the postseason and had just a lot of good showings from them. So you're in for a treat, I do think, and I can't wait. So until then, we'll be right back after this brief intermission. I'm going to try and fix my controls, and yeah, see you on the other side. Hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League. This is Season 2. This is Week 1. This is Day 2. And joining me on the crew, SirDimwi. Welcome back to the casting seat. We've got ourselves quite a match here between these two top teams from the prior season, Wireless Jacks and Instinct.
Yeah, this is I call this a match of intrigue for multiple reasons. One, so over on Instinct, playing in this game is going to be Cruisin', Kavichi, Connemary Chaos, and Ender. The Ender from Illuminati. He's made a team swap. He's over here on Instinct. Instinct was a team that came out swinging in Season 1 and pushed their way up right to the cusp of Master Tier. They got into the pretty sure they got pretty far into the postseason. They got really far into the postseason, and I mean they performed incredibly well. And they were able to, for one reason or another, I don't actually know the story, but they ended up picking up Ender in that offseason. And wow, what an addition Ender would be to any roster, let alone this roster here. But then on the other side, the intrigue, of course, is near the end of the season. Wireless Jacks picked up Venom, my old captain from Nova, and brought him onto the team. And with Venom, they just ran a train on that open qualifier and got themselves into the postseason. And man, what a performance it was from those guys. And they have been practicing their tails off in that postseason because they got a sniff of the top there, and They are addicted. They are working to get back there. And that's why I'm so excited to see how they play against a team like Instinct that has picked up a player like Ender. And oh yeah, this is an exciting matchup here tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's just I mentioned this just in our last cast we finished too. Being able to follow a lot of these teams, throughout the streams, throughout the season, and the progress of them, because that's why I was really excited to see this match happening right here in Week 1 and to be able to cast it and stream it as well, because really for Instinct last season, their big story was the fact they were always on the cusp there of Master Division. Seriously good team, and really kind of came out with some fire to begin Season 1 and impressed. And they had their ups and downs because when they came to facing some of the top teams, they would just barely, and I do mean barely, miss out on those victories. And yet by the time it came to crunch time and the postseason, Challenge Cup and what have you, they really stepped up and they finally got their victories against those top teams, and they made a serious run there towards the end. And then for Wireless Jacks, it was kind of a a similarly feel-good story, but just in a different sense. And that, yeah, they were the ones who really climbed, and they were hungry. And like you said, they got the taste for that top division. They, climbed all the way up there, chasing that gold and encroaching those master teams. And that's why it's super intriguing to see how they're going to come out on this match and in this season. If the improvement is there.
And they do come away with that one quickly in Venom. Venom going to send that one in from 14 meters out, 10 seconds into round one, hitting that 3. And fun fact, Venom once scored a 4-meter 3.
Well, that sounds ban-worthy almost, but Venom, yes, it's the Venom, and he gets the shot. How did that work? 4-meter 3.
Because he's Venom, man. Don't question it.
And I should have known better, so I won't next time. But Cruisin', he's going to go for a deep pass here to Connemara Chaos. Connemara, of course, a elite striker and just a big problem handling him anytime he's on the offense just because of those creative moves. Speaking of, though, Kavichi, he's going to get the moves in for the goal, assisted by Ender there to put them up or get them up on the scoreboard. 2 points.
Yeah, it's a great feed there. Ender to Kavichi. Kavichi right in front of the goal, able to stuff that one in, and quite a few bodies in goal there for that shot as well, which doesn't help the defense there. Now, will.i.am going to send that one across there to Gilligan. Gilligan going to forward that one up there to Venom. Venom is going to get that one stolen by Connemara Chaos, who's going to send that one away.
Yes, sir, and over to the other end of the floor. A lot of stacks coming in with some speed, with some ferocity, but not quite the angle to accomplish what they were looking for on that shot. Some stuns going off, so they need to get rid of it rather quickly as it goes into the top pocket. And quick thank you to Kung, subscribing with Twitch Prime. That's 5 months now, Kung, with the Pogs, and also just had himself a cast with SirDimwi in this last half hour. So one of our casters, one of the champions of the league last season here in North America. So Kung, with all the poggers, thank you so much, as Cruisin' now gets the touch on the goal, or on the disc, rather.
Yeah, Cruisin' going to take this one in on the back line, has the space to work with, so he's going to take it, walk all the way in, now challenge there, going to send that one in. What an ambitious shot there. From all the way out, and now the chains are away. The speed and just a quick slap there to get it away as they knew the chains were on. Now a bit of clumping there on the far side there, trying to chase that one down. Gilligan coming away with that one, going to send this one up. A good feed there across there to Will. Will taking the shot, but Kavichi with the stop and going to send it away.
Some ambitious shots on both ways. As that one, oh, tell me, no, it's Kavichi, the goal, 5-3. Ridiculous.
After the shots we were just seeing, that you would want to say, like, wow, don't take that shot, like that's too much. That happens, like, come on, this is the universe is poetic in the goofiest of ways.
Nothing is too ambitious for these teams. That is the one thing I should know and should learn. That was, ridiculous. Yeah, okay, well, hats off, applause, and whatnot. Ender is going to come back with the attempted pass here for maybe a one-on-one. Look at the goal in, getting it through as he dives on out. Connemara, that's what he does.
That was ridiculous. I'm watching that back on the stream. Connemara, the way he delays there and waits till he's on the backside at that ridiculously steep angle, and he puts it in like it's nothing. Yeah, that dude has turned into a monster, man.
I was just watching the replay at the same time as you, and yeah, I didn't even realize at first just how silly of an angle that was. Just missing another one there, but that was the tightest possible shot that he could have gotten in. I'm not sure how he did it, but he did, and they're up 7-3 with 6 minutes remaining in the first round.
So looking for the clear there, the feed up to Venom. Venom does come away with that one under pressure, going to back this one up, trying to make space for the team here. Gilligan on the back line taking that one, going to send it right back to Venom there on the near side wall. The Venom going to slow this one down, trying to open up this pass lines, but it looks like they're maybe dealing with a man coverage here. So that one's just going to get sent in deep and right into the hands of Cruisin' on the back line. And now Instinct going to turn this one around for an attempt on offense.
See Zesper in the chat cheering on the Jacks as well. Isolate pointing out the caster's curse earlier on, perhaps. Yeah, new season, but same curse, I suppose. Got to know better than that. Keep it in mind. But yeah, I'm happy to be proven wrong or to be caster's curse in some of these because it's resulting in just ridiculously good plays. And right there is just a Wireless Jacks classic. Nice cross over to the shoulder, and will.i.am converting.
Yeah, just solid disc movement there, keeping the defense on their toes, and they're able to get in front of them, move the play in front of those two defenders in the back there, and pop that one in for the two. Good goal there from will.i.am. Also, an amazing goalie he is, and just showing what he can do on offense as well.
Oh, yeah. He in my mind and on the streams, he adopted the name by force, Iron Will, because his just tenacity in the goal really led to big success. Now, speaking of, here's Gilligan captaining and trying to get something going there, but just too many defenders up in the way, and we'll get the clear here.
Someone's going to go all the way down into the wireless shacks. Bubble going to be handled now by Blitz. Blitz going to forward this one up, looking for Gilligan. Does hit Gilligan, so Gilligan's going to slow it down. Has a player deep. He's going to go for that deep pass, but it's just a little bit too far ahead of Venom, as Venom now trying to get there. Both Venom and Blitz getting stunned out. Who was that? Ender, I think. Yeah, it was Ender. And Ender's able to forward that one up to Connemara. So Instinct going to get another opportunity here on offense. They have a player moving in deep, getting through mid. And, oh, yeah, almost screw that. But, oh, cruising under pressure. Go for that cross pass to Kavici. Coming in. Oh, it's going to ding away.
Oh, unfortunate miss, but you know what? They got the rebound, and the defense is all off balance, so they're going to get a 2, just the same, nearly a 3, in fact, but still a 4-point game advantage here, still in the hands of Instinct with under 4 minutes left.
Yeah, just another great between Connemara and Ender on that front line. The two of them are just going to be a powerhouse moving forward. But now will.i.am going to quickly send this one down to the trench there, and that one's going to get set to Blitz, but a good read by that chain, and Ender looking for that long shot using you know what I think happened there? I think Ender was using Connemara to anchor, and Connemara pushed away, and that threw Ender off a little bit. I think that's why we heard Ender call out some noise there, but that was going to be Gilligan with that one, getting that grab in the bubble under pressure here, trying to do something with it, just going to send it away, unfortunately right there into the hands of Kavici, who misplays that one under the pressure there from I didn't catch who it was, Blitz, I think.
And we're trying to blitz into the goal now for some more points is Instinct. They're ahead here by 4, so got the narrow lead, still some time to expend, and we'll see what they do with it. A stun going off though. Cruzen just kind of walking it right into the defender there at the barrier, so it does result in this attempt at a 3, and it is open, absolutely. Gilligan converting with confidence.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. You've got to be able to put those in, and Gilligan puts that one in, and now we have a 1-point game with 2.5 to go here. As Instinct is going to have the joust advantage, still up by 1, but yeah, Wireless Shacks are not letting Instinct run away with this at all.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been as fun so far as I expected it to be. These two teams from Season 1 just showing why they are among the elite, especially here now again with the worldwide team count increasing ever so much. Got to emphasize to the teams at home and the players watching, these are the types of teams you want to model your games after. Look at that pass! Connemara chaos from Kavici. Dunks it home, and that is what I'm talking about. Classic. Now 3-point lead to Instinct.
You know, my instinct, pun not intended.
No, it's intended.
Is to say that was a really dangerous pass, but you know what? It looked so much like a shot that I think the fact that I think it was hard to read as a goalie, and I think that's what allowed it to sneak through.
No, it's exactly that, because when you're goalkeeping, especially knowing the kind of offensive players you're going against, look at that save there from Gilligan, and right there trying to get it through, or cruising right there inside the goal. So Gilligan, will.i.am now with another one, just a fortunate roll into his hands, and Venom the assist, and look at that 1-point game again, Dimwi.
That was just phenomenal. That movement, Venom up to will.i.am, and will.i.am. The goal was wide open, and so Will just made sure the disc was moving in the right direction. He gets stunned out, and it goes in. And what a goal there. 1 minute left, 1-point game. Wow.
And you see, the thing is how fast. I mean, the disc just left the hands on some of these passes, and we're seeing at both angles. But just again, it's not only the precision, but it's the speed. They're able to get these passes off immediately to the right places. And they're still very heady of where it needs to go. I think a pass attempt maybe there on the cross, but the player going for the goalie instead of maybe the catch.
So now Chase is Blitz coming away with this one. Looking at an empty net, sends a shot in. Is it on? No, it's going to take a bounce off the shield. 28 seconds to go. Still a 1-point game. Going to be handled now by Blitz. Oh, the steal from Ender though, and Ender's just going to send that one to that tube, but it takes a bounce off of that tube rim. And now no one able to get the grab on that one, so it's going to be Connemara Chaos getting that one, turning it around for Instinct, sending it away. At least not. Blitz now looking at empty net. He has an opportunity, sends it in. Off the backboard, and he hits it!
Blitz with the big shot to win it at the end of round 1. What a huge turnaround that was in the last seconds. 13-11, Dimwi.
Palidore, what day is it?
It's VRML day every day for the rest of my life, and I'm glad to be in it.
No, but what day is it?
I'm nervous to answer this. Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Okay.
Sorry for the hum. I don't know if you heard that. It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is day 2 of week 1 of season 2. And we don't get this kind of hype this early. What's going on?
This, yes, we do. We certainly do. I guess now, I mean, game winners. We mentioned how excited we were to come into this particular match, right? Because of the history, because of the stories, because of the personnel. We knew what to expect. Of course, it's never a guarantee, but look at that. Lo and behold, we've got ourselves not only a tremendous back and forth first round, but a game winner at the end off a huge shot off the backboard that was, might I add, almost saved. I mean, fingertips were just about on there for a save as well. So that is a ridiculous way to start off this match. And I'm happy. Well, I'm happy that it went the way that it did because, yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm not at my microphone at the moment. I had to take a walk after that one.
I don't have that same benefit, but welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the casting booth. That was ridiculous. So let's see how round 2 treats us and treats the Twitch viewers at home, as will.i.am is going to go for a pass right down below to Blitz, and Blitz handing it off to Gilligan, and one more pass again. will.i.am, maybe one too many, but that was some very nice handles up until that last second.
You know, I want to say one too many, but at the same time, the
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, Connemara. Oh, you monster. All right, so to settle it, for anybody who's watching who's wondering, that was not on accident. That was a shot. That was a shot from Connemara Chaos. That's why he's a monster. That's what makes this such high-level play. Oh, my goodness.
That is the second shot that first one was from Kavichi, I believe, but that's the second one from just the other side of the galaxy, practically, that they've converted on. They're 2 for 2. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous, but look at this. Oh no, that was some great disc movement by Wireless Jacks in the zone. Just that last pass a little bit off, but they do recover it. So quickly moving that one up and baiting the chain out. Look, that was absolutely phenomenal there. Great movement here from Wireless Jacks, cutting through mid. Look at the way they attack mid, and now they've got the defense off balance just a little bit, just for a moment. Good cross pass there over to Venom. Venom just going to back that one up because they don't have the space to work with. I love what I'm seeing right now. This is absolutely phenomenal play. And that cross pass just off the mark again, but still in possession of it is Wireless Jacks.
Yeah, maybe a brief miscommunication, but the spacing was good enough to buy themselves a good assist. Blitz to Gilligan directly in front of the goal, and there's just about no stopping passing plays like that just results in the immediate shot. It is so difficult, but the precision was excellent.
Precision, excellence. Yes. That's all I got for you.
Per-excellence.
Oh, you kill me sometimes.
Suddenly,
you slay me, Palidore. You slay me.
Suddenly I want a pretzel, but either way, Kavichi is going to have the disc here, and Ender as well, taking it to the other side. Look at the spacing here from Instinct. They're ahead by 1 and going to try and keep it that way, or maybe advance it some if they can.
So yes, that's going to be cruising, pushing on the back line. Look how aggressive this formation is as they push in all 4 players on the bubble there. Now handled by Kavichi. Kavichi looking at the net, going to take the shot, and he hits it. Great shot, great placement there from Kavichi. 5 meters out off the feed from cruising, and that's going to put Instinct up by 3 here, but still over 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, and 5-2, and I don't. Never mind. I don't want to caster's curses, but I'm enjoying this game very much. This match so far, the back and forth that I'm seeing, and almost interception just barely flying past the fingertips of, I believe Ender was just speedily going on by, and Blitz with
that
disc
reminds
now.
me of. You used to say that about Nova all the time.
What's that?
those passes through mid that were almost interceptions, but we would get them through. You would comment it all the time. I'm seeing some Nova. I'm seeing the Venom influence, and oh no, that shot is that going to be in? No, it's going to bounce off that cone. But Ender is going to recover that one and put it in for the 2, and that's going to push Instinct up by 5 now.
Yeah, aren't those always the worst though? When you feel like you were literally just an inch away from getting a great grab that could have been an open 3, and when those happen, that's why at this level of play and this level of quickness, that really just even the very centimeters make the difference between getting a great open look and having it go the complete opposite way.
Yeah, no, it's that pass right there. That's unfortunate, as they had some good movement into the zone. Wireless Shacks, but now Instinct trying to turn that one around. Blitz chasing this one down. Is he going to be able to get there first? He's under pressure. Ender coming in pretty hot there, but Blitz going to be able to get that pass up there to Venom. Venom now on the far side tube. Under pressure there by Connemara, and Ender going to pour this one up. Has the chain moving in, but unfortunately a good read there by Kavichi, who's going to be able to send that one out. And now back into the Wireless Shack side trap here, handled by Blitz.
And handled down by Venom, who does get a pass right over to Gilligan. Gilligan checking behind, aware of that stack, approaching 3 different players all there, but still was able to at least get it back to the other side. Now, that said, no one collected it, so could be an open goal coming in. Maybe for Instinct. Connemara Chaos, he converts. It's 9-2, making him hurt.
And Connemara doing the Connemara twirl on the way in to make sure he kept his feet away from the defender. That was the point of that. That's why to also get a better angle on the shot. It's not for nothing. He's not spinning just for style points there. There's a purpose to his spins. And I love watching Connemara spin because he's so good with it. And now good feed down. Look at this, a 2-on-2, basically a 2-on-1. And Gilligan with an opportunity plants that one in for the 2. And now it's a 5-point game.
A nice hit from Gilligan right back at him. They won that first round. For those joining us here on this stream, this matchup between 2 master and gold level teams, right up in there in season 1 and competing all the way into the postseason and round robins and finals. I mean, this is the kind of gameplay that just makes Echo again all the more of a pleasure to watch at this level. And yeah, you gotta love to see the things they pull off, and the thing is, they make it look so easy. That's a silly thing, but I guess that's the same goes for pros in any sport, right? They make the difficult look easy.
Absolutely, and it reminds me of a time. I remember, I'm not big into basketball, and I remember I watched a clip of LeBron James, and he did something that people were freaking out about. I was like, that didn't look all that amazing. I'm like, that's probably because he did it. And what a stop there from will.i.am.
Amazing.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's just that's what makes me think of is I was like, what's so impressive about that? But it's probably impressive because it didn't look impressive. Is probably what made it so impressive.
I'm so impressed again, just in every one of these plays and defensively. I mean, the ability of between the likes of Kavichi, Cruzen, will.i.am inside the goal, are all such super talented defenders and goalkeepers, and you see a little bit of it at work there in the cluster off that anchor shot a moment ago. Cruzen trying to look for that pass, but that's the second one missed up to this nest and shield area, and a really close one. Again, talk about the centimeter advantage. I mean, that was very close to a turnover.
It was, but that one's going to be forwarded down by, I believe that was Gillian. At least that's what the UI is telling me. But Ender trying to send that one away. But the chain is there. They do get the hands on it. So that's Venom. Has a lot of room to work with. So he's going to back that one out to get his team into a better position. And look at that disc movement. The stun comes off, but will.i.am is going to be able to get the grab on that. So an offensive opportunity here for Wireless Shacks. 5-point game 3 minutes ago. will.i.am going to send that one back to Blitz. Draw out that defender, sending it right back up to will.i.am. will.i.am under pressure. Goes for the shot. Nonetheless, and puts it in for the 2. And now it's a 3-point game with just under 3 minutes to go.
And it continues to rock and roll, and it's exciting. Love the gameplay we're seeing here and just the passing plays there. So much interference being ran, too. It's not like it's the fact that they're getting these open shots and these passing plays. It's not one of those cases where it's easy to do because there's just so much defensive pressure, the constant brawls as well. I mean, you have to be so precise and quick with your decision making, or it doesn't work.
No, you're absolutely right about that. And a good grab, a good read there by Blitz to get that that disc away from Instinct. Backs it up to the goalie, sends it up there to Venom. Venom now under pressure, trying to give his team some time. Forwards that one up to Gilligan. Gilligan now taking cover in the tubes there. And a dangerous pass across, but it connects nonetheless. And that one getting sent back to the back line here. They do wrangle that one in. That is Will.i.am, so he's going to forward that one up. Does hit Gilligan. Gilligan has that cross pass. They have an opportunity here, possibly, if they can keep the defense back. But no, they see what they don't like what they see on defense, so they slow it up. Now they have the attack on the goal. Gilligan, cross pass there. Gilligan going for that cross pass, and then a stun there on Venom, and now it's going to turn over at Instinct, turning it around and going to chase this one down.
That they are, but look at these stacks, these leeches, a leech on the stacks. In fact, how about that? Ender with a shot right back. It's 12-6 and pulling ahead a little bit here, maybe looking to eye that round 3.
That's the Ender factor right there. You cannot give Ender looks at the goal because he will hit those every single time. Just like Conor Chaos. I mean, the both of them are those kinds of shooters. You can't give them a look at. You can't give them a lane. They will hit it every single time, and that's what happened right there. And now it's a 6-point game, but still within reach for Wireless Shacks here in round 2.
That it is. Definitely not out of reach, and just I guess from the entertainment value, I'm always unabashedly the one who I'm cheering on whoever the underdog is, in the sense that I want round 3s as much as possible. They're so fun to watch, but looking for the shot there, that would have been huge for them.
And that was so close, bouncing off the inside of the post there. But now Venom on the left side here. This is definitely a favorite spot of Venom. I shouldn't say that. Venom sending that one up to Blitz. Blitz trying to forward that one up, but grabbed there by Kavici. Good read by Kavici. He was able to send that one out. And now down to 37 seconds here in round 2. We're not out of time just yet, but we are quickly approaching.
Yeah, it would need a couple Hail Marys at this point to get it done. And as that disc just floats around mid lane, uncontested now, that's just about going to do it. So it looks like indeed we're going to be looking at that 3rd round here between these two top teams.
15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the 3rd round. That's I mean, yeah, that's gonna be good. Now Ender going inverted on the ceiling there, and Venom coming away with that one. Fun fact: so you notice Venom doesn't play inverted like ever, and there's a reason for that.
Are you going to expose them some more here?
No, it's because when Venom rotates with his pitch and roll, he doesn't rotate. The arena rotates around him, and it's actually really disorienting for all the other players. So to ensure that the experience is good for everybody, he elects not to do that, and he does that for us.
Oh, for us as in the spectators? That
The spectators, the viewers, he doesn't want to make the game unfair.
What a noble gesture.
Yeah.
He should forget. I'm stripping you of the Sir title. That's Sir Venom.
Sir Venom, indeed.
He's the Sir now. But okay, well, round 3, and SirDimwi, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. I love the fact, and this is not the first time. It's in season 1 too. I love the fact that, yeah, whatever, Caster's curse aside. Look, we come into a lot of these games and we kind of hype it up in the pre-stream. We're like, okay, well, look, this is probably going to be a great match because these two teams have this kind of history and we know this and that. And then, you know what? I feel like, and I'm just really pressing my luck here with Lady Luck, but I feel like the jinx doesn't apply for so many of these matches. We always get these thrillers. It seems like I'm in love with it.
Well, it helps that I'm not superstitious. I'm only kind of stitious. So.
But you are a dimwit. So would it be stupid stitious?
Real quick. Oh no!
Oh,
oh no!
Oh, why?
A minute ago, I was talking about how you can't give Conor Chaos or Ender a look at the goal. And Kavici's like, why did you not say my name from 41 meters out, 7 seconds into round 3? And that's 3 points on the board there for Instinct.
That is, they're 3 for 3 on these really deep shots. My goodness, Instinct is showing they are exactly that. They have the instincts necessary to create all the space and the accuracy for those goals. That is ridiculous. As Gilligan gets the disc back and goes in here to Venom, a handoff, and all the great stun though. Cruzen and Kavici, the double duties, and even more on another one of the stuns and clears.
Yeah, the defense just doing a good job of stuffing it, and their Instinct is going to get their first. Ender sending that one off the backboard. Play the way you're facing. As somebody once said to me just recently, who's watching this right now and knows exactly who I'm talking about, as Ender puts that one in for the 2, and that's going to put Instinct up by 5.
The play. Even on that one clear, just before they got the boost and the grab, even that clear had an almost chance to go in off that bottom bounce. So it's really crazy watching some of these plays unfold, really. And yeah, testament to the capability of Instinct for sure. They're just an offensive powerhouse, and I mean, adding on Ender into the crew, that just enables their offense even more.
And I mean, you're talking about their offense. Their defense has been doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Is Ender gonna do Ender things?
Right on cue. And if we're counting that into the mixed bag of the long shots, I mean, they're 4 for 4 now, just from the way back line. I mean, super accurate again, and just impressive. This is the kind of thing you see from players of this caliber.
Yeah, and exactly kind of shot. And Ender looking at another empty deck. Gonna go for the boop shot here. Is that gonna be on the mark? It is. 36 meters out off the ceiling. And now just about 2.5 minutes in, Instinct are up by 11, running away with this lead fast.
What can't they do right now? We've seen it from Ender. We've seen it from Connemara, from Kavichi, these long shots. Ender, of course, just twice in a row there. We saw the straight shot, just sniping it from the tunnel. Then we saw the finesse shot, the bounce shot, the less direct approach, and he made that one with ease. So again, you see why adding him into the mix onto this already powerful team is just it's crazy to think what they're going to do over the course of Season 2.
Really, good steal there by Blitz. Blitz going to send this one back to the back line there. Good back pass, and then sending it up, pulls that defender out. That was Ender. But Ender already back to the bubble, so they're going to back it out once more. Will.i.am going to go cross, and then good cut there to Gilligan. Gilligan going to bring this one in, and then, I don't know if that was wide or pass, and then another stop there in goal by Cruisin', and then Kavichi getting that one and sending it away.
Wow, that was some stalwart defense there going on from Instinct. They're just covering off everything, getting him all in disarray. Is that one online? No, but the rebound certainly will be. Kavichi cleaning it up and putting it in the goal for another 3 points, and that is what a hot start to round 3.
Yeah, that's and I see a suggestion from Summer there in chat. They need a man mark Ender. That's the problem when you're playing against a team like Instinct. Ender isn't. You mark Ender, you're going to leave Cruz and Connemara or Kavichi open. I mean, every single one of those players are those caliber of player.
Yeah.
So it tends to be a little bit more complex than just marking the one guy you think is doing the most, because every single player on this team can cover for him. Now, Will.i.am going to send this one to the backboard to Gilligan, and Gilligan going to take that one in front of the goal and send that one in for the 2. That's the first 2 points on the board here. Still down by 12, but maybe something they can build off of, as we do still have over 5 minutes left in round 3.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of time for a team like Wireless Jacks, especially knowing their personnel and just seeing throughout the months throughout 2020 just how good they are, getting kind of easy goals based off very difficult passes, essentially, but making each other's lives easier by enabling that. So we can see that change on a dime. It's just the rhythm of Echo Arena and how it typically goes. There it is, a good defensive play there from Gilligan, but just as well, Connemara steals it right back and scores.
You can see, so what's really interesting to me is he tilts just a little bit as he comes in. And he's doing is getting a better angle. Yeah, not tilting like that, but he tilts forward. He uses his pitch to bring his head forward just a little bit to get him what he feels is a better angle on that underhand shot. And that's what that's for, and that's what sets a player like Connemara apart from the rest. It's Ender. I've seen Ender pull off moves similar to that as well.
Ooh, bad bounce there, just taking off the post, but luckily Gilligan's still there for the retrieval. Finding the timely pass up to the nest and right to the backboard. There's the teamwork. It's Venom making it work. It's 4 points there for Wireless Jacks now. Still time to spare.
Yeah, that was some great disc movement there, and then that pass to Venom right on the backside there, and just not hesitating on those passes. That's another thing that sets those top teams apart is they don't hold on to it when they're on the attack. They don't hold on to that disc for more than half a second at a time.
And holding on to this disc now with a little bit of time actually to spare, and a rare miss coming in from Instinct. So finally their percentage is even out a little bit over the last couple of three-point attempts, but we'll see if they can convert on a shot here. There's the tilt you talked about, spinning, but not getting the goal quite yet.
We're right back in the hands of Ender there. Ender's going to back that one up to Cruisin', and Cruisin' probably going to start playing some clock management here as they are up by 12, but still just under 4 minutes to go. This one's going to bounce into the bubble. Will.i.am coming out of goal to get the grab on that. Good read, trying to send that one out, but it's going to take a bounce off the pyramid there on the far side. Cruisin' going to send this one back in there for Instinct. But off the mark for Connemara. Kavici trying to get there. Just nice little one-touch pass. That was... Cut that, someone clip that sequence and use that with your team. The way they move that one out of the bubble to keep it away from the defense. But now an opportunity here for Jackson. Will.i.am is going to hit that one 4-3 from 14 meters out. And it is now a 9-point game with just over 3 to go.
All right, so a little bit more, a little bit closer. They're edging to that comeback. Maybe we saw it a little bit in round 1. Granted, it was pretty close all the way, but just that late game rally that was just enough to get them the last second goal. So it wouldn't be unheard of, and we'll see if they can continue playing some great defense here and kind of transition that into the midline as, getting stuck on the hands. No one likes that, but will be Wireless Jacks maybe trying to capitalize on it with a clear right down the ramp and into the hands of Cruisin'. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a unique situation. And Connemara just doing what Connemara knows how to do is start spinning. Oh, the reaction to that was absolutely phenomenal as this one's going to go all the way to the bubble. Under pressure there, though. Will.i.am is going to get stunned out, but he does get that one sent out, so Blitz is going to handle that one, send that one up to Gilligan. 2:14 to go, still a 9-point game. Gilligan going to set that one across to Blitz. Blitz now moving through, has some room to work with, so he's going to wait a moment and let the field play out. Going across to Gilligan with a one-on-one, and he plants it in for the 2, and we're down to 7.
All right, closer and closer, but just the same that applies to the clock too as it gets closer and closer to the 0 mark. So in one of those modes where you just have to go. You can't even stop and think anymore. You just have to I guess in Wireless Jack's sense, they need to take some instinct of their own, and they need to act fast and act decisively, because otherwise, just like this, you're going to see Instinct starting to waste more of that clock and just attempting to delay as long as possible.
And that's what they're doing right there, too, as well as the aggression from the Wireless Jacks defense in the offensive zone. The forecheck there was for real, and a good steal there from Gilligan off of Connemara Chaos. So Gilligan having some room to work with, but not much time. They have to get this up quickly. They have to start moving it up. They're waiting for that defense a little bit too long, but a good cross pass there to Blitz. Blitz with an opportunity. Oh, the one-touch save there for was that Cruz? That was Ender. Ender with the one-touch save there, and that might be what does it here for Instinct in this round 3 is now who's that? That is Ender getting there first. 1-on-3. He's going to go for that shot. And you see Ender doing a little bit of a spin there as well. And that's what I was talking about. Both of those players, Ender and Connemara, they're 2 peas in a pod, man. They're gonna take this team far this season. And not just those. I don't mean to act like it's all on them, those 2, but like that offense is gonna. That's just man.
You're right. Absolutely. Just, I mean, even you noted the save as well. Just doing a little bit of all, and Ender, again, true to his name as well, ending it there. But that was still a fantastic match here. Maybe one more score. Nice spike shot off of the assist by Gilligan. Just softly lobs it his way. So even though this will end the stream, or this match on the for this stream, I mean, ends at what, 18-11 in 3 rounds. I mean, that was high quality Echo Arena for sure.
Oh, absolutely it was. And we're only, this wasn't a blowout. This is a close game, 18-11. That's only a 3-goal game there. Mm-hmm. And basically you're talking about 3 mistakes. 3 mistakes that got punished. That's it. That's all it takes at this level to fall behind that far against a team of these calibers. And that's what it takes. You can't be making those mistakes that come back to punish you. And punishing mistakes is what high-level teams do. We saw it here. And just to go over the stats before we get out of here real quick. We got game-high points there to Ender with 17, coming over with 2 assists, 2 saves, and 3 steals. Connemara Chaos with 15 points, 3 assists, 1 save, and 4 steals. Kavici with 13 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, and 2 steals. My goodness, Instinct is all over the board there, cruising with 1 assist and 2 saves. And then over there on Wireless Jacks, you got 11 points to Gilligan, 1 assist, 1 save, 1 steal, and of course notable 57 stuns. 9 points there to Will.i.am, 1 assist, 2 saves, and I'm starting to lose my rhythm here. Blitz, 5 points, 5 assists, 2 saves. And Venom there with 5 points, 2 assists, 3 saves. And a handful of stuns there. So well played there by both teams. And as it's Shadow D in the chat, counting out the total number of saves, 276 stuns in this game between these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Just brawl heavy, shot heavy. Every end of the game, or every aspect of the game, just we saw a smattering of it. Defense, offense, brawling, what have you. It's yeah. There's no weaknesses at this level. It's just everyone can do everything, and it's fun. Now that said, we do have ourselves one more match that we're going to transition to here shortly. It's going to be Flatliners versus Team Loki to close out this stream for the night. So do stay tuned. We're going to be right back after this intermission. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back one final time for the night as we get this stream not kicked off so much as this match kicked off. We've had a few streams throughout the day, all afternoon, all evening long, and closing it out here after that exciting match that we just witnessed between Wireless Jacks and Instinct. And coming in here to some newcomers to the league, which is to say Team Loki and Flatliners. I'm joined here by SputnikKobra now on the commentary. I'm Palidore, of course, and Sput, how's it going? What are you looking forward to as we just close off this really busy day two?
Well, I saw Mr. Nate Bro play the other day along with Catastrophe and its Mango and Boombox, and they definitely had a great initial performance. They played the first day of the season. of week 1. So I'm really excited to see what they've got in store for us tonight.
Absolutely. So off, we're going to go here as we get the pass to Mr. Nate Bro. Speaking of the man, he's going to go in from down low, and that was right according to plan. 2 points going to Flatliners.
Nicely executed, getting that quick score off that joust. Mr. Nate Bro with a nice little dunk.
Yeah, just dipping in right from below and was nice and patient with it, too. Didn't really panic or anything, just showed that great control. Just as Team Loki comes out here, it's Oscador. Oh, look at that. My nephew from the Twitch streams. I only say that because his name is vaguely similar and no other reason. But nonetheless, with that disc and losing it for a while, but maybe about to retrieve it here on the other end is going to be CJ DeBoss.
And they're going to attempt that clear. It's going to bounce back towards their half. The stack overshooting it from Flatliners. And it's a little scramble as Wonder is able to pick it up off the wall and send it through mid.
And we'll be let loose here. Some punches going off. A little brief pile up. And again, the contesting. You can just see all the frantic action coming in there with the physicality that you come to expect with Echo Arena. And especially as those dog piles occasionally form up. Just trying to find some space.
And checking the chat, thank you so much for Subtlety for coming through with that 5-month continued sub. And why do you want a pretzel? I don't know if that question is directed at me, so I'm going to defer to Palidore.
Well, he's definitely directing that towards me. Reference from the last stream. I don't know. It was one of my silly things that I wanted to leave in the past. But so much for Subtlety bringing it up, as well as the Twitch Prime, so I guess I can't be too mad. Have a pretzel on me. Thank you for the sub.
And approaching the bubble, trying to get that pass to Shield. It's going to bounce off the sneeze guard and back out of the bubble. Boombox will pick it up at the back line, trying to find that pass under goal, and not able to snatch his teammate. Will be picked up off the ceiling and stolen back, and stolen back again. And Mr. Napro will finish it off behind the goal at 2 meters.
Talk about pretzels. All tangled up were those players right there above and around the goal, but got it to go yet again, and Nate Bro doing it, the dirty work here, just cleaning up some more points.
So we'll be joust advantage to Team Loki. Looking to put points on the board. QBing will be CJ DeBoon. He'll not be able to find his teammate, maybe off the bounce off the Geo, but at the back line, it will be it's Mango to pick it up.
And now eyeing the goal, kind of waiting to decide whether to dive out on that was the goalie, and maybe that just brief hesitation will result. Indeed, the goal. It is a catastrophe for 6 points, Flatliners.
Flatliners with this strong showing, able to get that one off the backboard, it seemed, at 4 meters. With the assist by Napro, a very well-coordinated team. They find their passes, they're boosting very well, and they're really shining tonight.
Yeah, certainly are, and like you mentioned, this is the second time here they made that appearance, and trying to get it done again. Boombox 7 with the disc and just trying to evade Oscador on the punch, and does so successfully, but unfortunately deep in the back line it was going to be some hot cocoa, which sounds mighty nice right now on the voice, getting the disc right back.
So Wonder will take his time, just barely avoiding that stack. He didn't see it. Will bounce off the Geo, he'll pick it right back up. Under pressure again, waving his arm, getting rid of it, and will sail into that bubble and picked up by Boombox.
And going now for another pass on over, but it will take a rough bounce off the side wall. So contesting with more stuns. There's Oscador doing the Door family proud. Was he going to get a goal? No, just loses the disc right now, but maybe turn around and get right back onto it if they can. You can see the short-range boost, though, coming in from Boombox. And he's going to set it over to the bow tie to Catastrophe.
As they approach the tube, they're going to lose sight of it, lose track of it. It will fly out of the hand of Flatliners. He slapped back down towards the half court of Team Loki. Now it's a scramble for possession as these teams try to find their stacks, and finding it will be a Catastrophe going for the shot off the backboard, able to beat the stack from Team Loki.
See, SirDimwi also 6 months now subscribing their Twitch Prime. Says he wouldn't mind a pretzel, so apparently all you got to do for subs these days is mention pretzels. Well, fine by me. Pretzels and some soft serve, again, sounds mighty nice at this point in the day, but yeah, we got CJ with a disc. Not for too long. Nate Bro, a steal.
And it will go down towards that backline player, Wonder, hiding from the sight of the other team at bow tie. He'll get the clear off the upper ceiling, and it'll bounce down to the floor and into the hands of Catastrophe, looking to start his offense, sending it right back to goal into the hands of Boombox.
And the clear over towards the tunnel. Mango gets the disc, trying to wrangle it. Looks like potentially a crash. That could be an unfortunate unfolding of events there as the Oscador tries for the shot, unable to get that, but maybe bouncing towards his teammate, but still couldn't get that one either. So it will stick on this side of the floor with 4:24 remaining in round 1.
Catastrophe getting that stun, getting possession, going for that long clear, trying to find his stack. Not able to find it off the ceiling. It'd be a scramble and a few stuns coming out. Mr. Napro coming away with it, sending it right back to Bo. And they'll send it right up to Pac-Man as they get their offense started with this nice triangular passing. And having the opportunity will be Hot Coco. It will actually be off the goalie, Hot Coco.
That was Napro.
Yeah, Mr. Napro coming through. He did well yesterday, and he's definitely doing well today.
Yeah, absolutely just impressing here to open up this first round for Flatliners, scoring, I want to say 3/4 of the points. Yeah, so just a lot of good work coming in from Mr. Nate Bro, but his teammates certainly enabling him. That was a really nice series of passing that we saw on that end to enable the shot, just like that one from Oscador off the steal. So getting some points on the board here late.
Nice shot from Oscador. You sure that's your nephew? Because I never saw you shoot that well.
That joke would work if it wasn't so wrong. Put some respect on the name. If you want, look. If you want to take a dig at me, just call me a terrible goalkeeper, because that was true. That was true.
I was working with what I had, but Mr. Napro did take it from 2, sending it down to floor into the hands of Mango, and it's Mango going for that cross pass as they approach the bubble, but they can't find the shot, but they can find the rebound enough they can finish it off, but off the backboard it will bounce out of bubble, and another set of stunts, and the attempted slap. This is a flurry. If this is a pretzel, I don't know what it is,
but
it's
mango.
Something. It's a Mango, a reference to SNL, and I love that name, and it will sail towards mid. There'll be another scramble for possession.
Yeah, so getting a possession back off this joust looks like the stack faster here for Team Loki, trying to get back on the board some more, unable to do so. Back to Mr. Nate, the hot hand of round 1, going to just back pass that out to the reset goalkeeper, Mr. Boombox. Why not?
So Boombox will be there. Actually, it will be Wonder on the back line of Team Loki, able to avoid those 2 players from Flatliners and able to get it off the ceiling and sending it right down into that bubble. It will bounce off the back wall and into the hands of Catastrophe as they get another break on their back court.
And getting some stuns off as well, but immediately looking for the boost, so this might buy them that goal. Indeed, look at that grab and the shot. Oh, barely missing from a Catastrophe, but that was some nice boosting at least from Flatliners to enable that attempt. And yet again here, some rebounds again and again, but some good stuns from Oscador. And a soft clear back to the intercepted hands of Mango.
And trying to find that cross pass off Nest, just too far in front, it will sail out. But Boombox is there and sending it right into the hands of Wonder, who finds the clear through mid. And they're finding their stacks here, trying to get down that end of the court and find their advantage over that Team Loki, over that Flatliners bubble.
Well, approaching said bubble, trying for that pass, slightly astray and just sailing right over and then under the hands of the player here for Team Loki. It's 1 minute remaining here and 8-3, so looking like maybe a Flatliners victory, not too late yet. I know for Team Loki they've had some good looks, just unable to convert, so I think that's still a good sign. They're going for the right passing plays, and that's something we talked about earlier on stream. If the idea is right, those are victories in himself, even if the mechanics aren't quite there always. And almost sailing in off the bounce. That would have been amazing.
If that was intentional, it would have been really amazing. Nonetheless, if it would have went in, it would have been amazing, but a terrific save from that goalie and sending it down court towards that bubble. They're looking to get an advantage, but it's Mango is there to pick it up and send it through 2 for the clear.
And as the last remaining seconds of round 1 just begin to crumble down here, will be a win in the round for Flatliners, it would seem, but still, all things considered, the pacing and the differential not too bad at all. So I think Team Loki does have some extra stuff to be working with here as we go into round 2. If they just kind of keep it together a little bit, and anything could change at the flip of a dime, as we know, when it comes to rhythm.
It's only a 5-point differential. This is a great game from both of these teams. No one is out yet. This could go 3 rounds. I want to see it go 3 rounds. Now, you got to tell me what this pretzel joke is about.
That was just something I don't even remember anymore. It was something said during the Wireless Jacks Instinct game. Something Dimwi said reminded me of a pretzel, and we just rolled with it. Pretzel roll.
I'm shaking
sorry.
my head right now. Yeah, I don't. The pretzel roll, but nonetheless, I'll take it, and we will take those subs from So Much for Subtlety and SirDimwi. So thank you for the continued support, members of the casting crew, and we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, and jokes on them because they don't get any refunds. We can continue making pretzel jokes all night long, and they don't get their money back. But yes, very true. Appreciation to our casting crew, which does include, in fact, SirDimwi and So Much for Subtlety. So great to have them there in the streams. We saw Kung earlier as well, hopping in for the cast. We had Dash and Rox Titan. So we had a lot of casters getting involved today, and that was really just pleasant to see. It's been fun.
Absolutely. It was definitely a team effort. Everyone coming out of the woodworks, showing their support. Definitely want to cast in this second season of VRML Echo Arena, and it's really just a surprise and a treat for everyone.
And now we're going to be treated to the second round of this match between Team Loki and Flatliners. And first taken by looks like Loki, but there is some backliners there just in the bubble for Flatliners, so they'll just get it right back here on this first possession.
And it's a cluster of players. Before that, too, the slap out will come through the backline player. Trying to anticipate it going back into goal. With a quick boosting is there. Oscador to pick it up. Trying to send it to floor. Able to find that pass through defense. And they're going to send it right back down. They're not in their stacks yet, but this quick stack from Flatliners is there to pick it right up.
Yeah, that was really aesthetically pleasing, too. Just the way they linked up together and then split off at the same time. And did find the stack by the end of it. So, yeah, off the wall, it will go back to Loki, however, with a chance at the goal, but no, it's going to be denied. Boombox is awaiting there, so good headiness just to be aware of, not wanting to concede those 3-point goals off these kind of brawling plays where the disc could go either way.
You know, I always like to think about what if this was years ago when the competitive league started. These players would have been stellar, and they are stellar for the amount of experience that they have. This is a very impressive performance from both teams.
Yeah, for the longest time, it's not even an exaggeration whatsoever. For the longest time when Echo first came out on PC version, just getting one single regrab or a leech off of someone, getting one boost, you would get people in open comms saying, nice, because that's just how it was. That was a nice shot there from the boss, though, just because he could. And 2 points finally on the board here after a minute and a half of play, going Loki's way.
And they'll find some success early on. They're not going to fall to a deficit early. They'll take the lead. And like I said, this is a great matchup. 2 minutes, physical play, finally points on the board.
Yeah, and recollecting the disc here on the offensive joust will be Boombox hitting it to Mr. Nate Bro. Had himself a nice opening round in this match, and opening week for that matter. I mentioned the stream from yesterday as well being casted of Flatliners. So we'll go to Catastrophe here. Handoff and just trying to space out the floor a little bit. Maybe go for some passing plays.
And dodging the defender. Dodging the defender. I think I slapped my microphone. And getting that shot off the head of the goalie. Very well played. Able to turn that 3 into a 2. So at least he can find some solace in that one.
Yeah. So the head kind of saving the extra point, if nothing else. And either or, though, will be 7-16 remaining here as it just goes right back to a Catastrophe again. See if they can do it again.
And they'll follow that clear and boost, a little short pass, and they'll have the opportunity going below goal. They won't find the initial one, but pursuing it to the ceiling, he'll get it. And descending, looking for that opportunity, and getting it off the rim, retrieving it, having another attempt, and it will sail out of the bubble.
Yeah, that was almost a really interesting series of moves there. I was going to say, very patient with it. Didn't really rush the shot, just maneuvered with the hands all around the barrier, the shield, but ultimately couldn't quite get it through. So it will remain 2-2, at least for the moment.
And they'll be picked up by Catastrophe with time to spare. Going to go off the backboard, but the beautiful save from Hot Cocoa. Getting it right out of the bubble. But again, it will go to the hands of Mr. Nate, bro, and they'll have a chance, but it will be knocked out by Oscador. Oscador not able to follow it up. They'll get another stun, and they'll get this advantage on defense as it will clear through mid.
Gotta love that chocolatey smooth save from Hot Cocoa, but can they get some offense going is the question here. It's still deadlocked at 2 apiece, and we're 4 minutes expired here in round 2.
And losing the disc will be Wonder, picked up by the teammate of Flatliners and then stolen by Oscador with the stun. And going for this clear won't be true, and the quick boosting from Flatliners is there to meet it.
And meeting the disc on the other end, it's the Hot Cocoa again. Granted, that one much more of an easy grab to get off the clear. Of course, always the dangers whenever you have those deep backliners or goalkeepers just awaiting. So to the benefit of them, able to get it back. But again, these clears just ricocheting back and really having a hard time getting the offense going on the other side here.
But picked up by Boombox at that back line. Will lose possession off that stun. CJ DeBoss is now in a great position to score, and it's going to be on point right in the middle of the goal at 21 meters. 5-2 advantage Team Loki.
There we go. CJ DeBoss signing the check, and that's 3 points right back up here at the halfway point of round 2. They're fighting for that third round here on Team Loki.
So we'll now be joust advantage to Flatliners, down by 3, 4 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. They won't be able to get that initial pass. Both teams will jump for it. It's a scramble for possession and a slap down to floor.
And on the floor, Mr. Nate Bro just maneuvering around before the back pass. I've noticed that for Flatliners, they've done a very, very nice job of, again, being pretty patient with these passing plays, whether it's forward or back passing. They're not afraid to reset. They're not afraid to space out. At the moment, however, getting spaced out by the punch. That was a doozy as he goes for another clear, and the boost coming through are attempting to, however, but getting delayed an awful lot by some more stuns yet.
And able to make the stuns in the backfield. They're giving him enough time. Wonder with possession. Going for a shot off the Geo. Difficult shot. Get a teammate at Nest, but it'll lose possession, and the clear from Flatliners will try to go through. They'll pick it right back up, clear it right back down, and it's a chance for a possessive attempt by this Team Loki.
And you can see again, even there though, on that far throws, also for Flatliners, also just employing that backline or that deep goalie situation where they don't want to maybe concede those open threes. So the dangers of that when that happens, you got to be aware of. The fact that you can't just clear it down the center or towards the bubble, maybe aim for the walls, things like that, because anytime you have these teams leaving goalies way back there and you just throw it down center, that's what results in the really back and forth kind of hot potato action that we kind of see from time to time.
Mr. Nabro approaching the bubble, getting that cross pass. They'll look to retrieve it off the Geo. They will. Catastrophe taking his time, surveying the court. Able to dodge that defender, dodge another defender, and going for the shot, but the save will come through and be knocked out of the bubble.
All right, so another chance maybe, but needs to get rid of that disc rather quickly, and it does. Finds Catastrophe and goes up. No atrophy at all, muscling it in. It's a 5-4. Flatliners, though, at least bringing it closer.
It's only a 1-point deficit. Team Loki wants to force this third round. They had a loss in the first round by 5 points. This is anyone's game, and it's really a great one to watch.
Well, 2.5 left, so still some time yet. And again, if I'm just speaking from the caster's bias, want to see those third rounds, have it go all the way to that finale. That's always exciting to watch. We just saw that with Wireless Jackson Instinct as well, and we had another match casted by Dimwi and Kung earlier in the night as well on Channel 3 that trying to remember Midnights and Ding. I feel like that those were the two teams, and yeah, so we've had plenty of exciting games, overtimes, and round threes in this Tuesday alone.
So Boombox with that arm, all of these players have great accuracy. They've got great form, and approaching the bubble is Catastrophe, finding it straight through the goalie. And it will now be a 1-point advantage to Flatliners. They're looking to take this second round and have a sweep on their hands.
Yeah, how about this comeback? So Team Loki, to their full credit, they started putting it together more towards the end of round 1, and then in round 2 they came out with some good strength and have been holding on to that narrow lead for a little while, but right back at them. Flatliners trying to indeed flatline them here for the sweep, but of course they're going to want to avoid that here on Team Loki, just like they want to avoid the defense approaching from Flatliners.
Oscador looking to take some shock paddles and revive his team, and almost getting that shot. Bounce off the crossbar back into the hands of Oscador, and they'll throw an interception. Mr. Napro at the ceiling looking for something, but not taking too long. He'll lose it to CJ DeBoss, and another stun will come out. Another stun will come out, and it's just frantic play for possession.
Absolutely. That's an absolute volley of fist flying in every single direction. Finally, it gets cleared into the Loki side, but of course, Loki, Hot Cocoa, is going to be there to just get it right back again. So back it goes here to the waiting hands of Wonder. And is it, 39 seconds left? I mean, it's going to be maybe, oh, golly, a good shot from CJ DeBoss. And I was going to say, they need one, and they needed one fast, and they got it right on time. But unfortunately, Flatliners, I mean, for Loki, Flatliners still has a shot here with some time on the clock.
They have a little bit of time, 17 seconds on the clock when they touch the disc. More like 15, so they have time running out. They need to make this play. They need to come back.
Ooh.
If they want
to
get the sweep, it is going to get knocked out and picked right back up. Stolen again. They have another chance, but it's taken again by CJ DeBoss, stopping that before it had any chance to travel towards that goal, and it will be a third game.
What an ending that was, and CJ DeBoss, so he's the one who got the shot on the other end to just bring it right back, and then the crucial grab right there out of the midst of the offensive player right as the seconds were counting down and about to expire. That was a huge series of clutch plays from the boss, earning the rights to his name for sure.
Definitely, and I'm speechless. What a fantastic series of stops in that bubble, able to hold that 1-point lead and force this third round. I said we would have a game on our hands, and we definitely do. Team Loki and Flatliners do not disappoint.
Well, if nothing else, this game is low-key a great one. I like it.
I like that pun. And looking at the stats, we got CJ DeBoss with 7 points, 2 saves, 3 steals, 22 stuns. Oscador coming through with 51 stuns, 2 steals, 1 save, and 3 points. And Wonder, 5 saves. Hot Cocoa coming through with 3 saves. Mr. Napro with 4 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, 3 steals. And Catastrophe leading his team with 6 points, 2 steals, 21 stuns.
All right, and with that, we've got ourselves the third round yet again on this exciting Tuesday and Tuesday night of matches. It's been great, and here we go, the conclusion of our streams of the day. We'll see how it goes. First possession will be Mangoes. So
And with his attempt,
Nate Bros from Mangoes, and it takes 2 to Mango, takes 2 to Tango, and they got 2 on the board, and they wrangled themselves that first score.
strong showing, able to get possession right off that joust. Put those 2 points in at 4 meters. Mr. Napro with the assist by It's Mango.
Yes, it is. So great start here for Flatliners. Pretty quick into the third round as Oscador will just roll right up the floor, just trying to contest those 2 defenders on that stack, or at least drag them nearby before dishing out the pass, which is a smart thing to do, generally speaking. You don't want to give the stacks all kinds of room in the world to maneuver around.
Definitely, and It's Mango will pick it up, dodge those 2 defenders on the floor, try and set a pass to ceiling, be able to pick it right back up, but they'll lose possession. It's another scramble along wall and a slap out towards the bubble of Flatliners.
And on the recovery, it looks like it will be Flatliners. Just enough time to slap it out, but a ricocheted clear goes back to DeBoss, CJ that is, and finding Wonder. So Wonder trying to deliver that bread over to the boss. Instead, it's 2-2. Team Loki tying it up here.
CJ the Boss able to float above that goal, find that difficult angle. Goalie didn't see it coming, trying to react. But this is such a tight matchup between these 2 teams. 2-2, third round. This is the breaker match.
That it is, and trying to break open some point. I mean, I feel like just because of the pacing of the whole series so far between these 3 rounds, the first team, I mean, if one of them starts finding that momentum and goes on one of those miniature runs, that could definitely win the game, even this deep out, just because, again, the low-scoring nature of this one and how competitive it's been. You know, a few scores in a row for either team will be humongous.
Absolutely. It's very physical. You see a lot of stuns coming out. You see them challenging every possession. And with a clear through mid, it will be at the Flatliners' back court. And the stack will come through a little too late in the clear down the pass to Catastrophe. And they're looking good as they approach the bubble of Team Loki.
Now, a right move on the pass, right idea, just couldn't quite corral it. Will be off the bow tie here, but good stack, short range, getting those grabs, and look at the speed now to reset to bow tie. So that's some very, very nice positioning from Flatliners, but a very risky 3 on the goalie.
And the goalie was prepared for it, getting the save. A little disrespectful, but the goalie said, hey, I got this, and he threw it right back out.
And I'll see, call back to what I was saying earlier. If that was against me, it probably would have gone in. But going in for a goal on this one, Catastrophe. Putting the finesse, the apostrophe, if you will, for Flatliners, going up 4-2.
Really impressive shot from Catastrophe, able to find that inner backboard at that 45-degree angle. Very difficult to predict, let alone physically react to. And they'll find another 2 points to take that lead.
And 6:45 left in this third rounder. A very quick clear here, perhaps unforced, will result in a turnover indeed. So Mango being the recipient of that one and trying to find teammates on the tunnel, but unable to. So right back to Team Loki.
And with that cleared down towards the bubble of Flatliners, will bounce off the Geo, just barely past the hands of a member of Team Loki. It's Mango will try and find another clear, will bounce off the Geo, and it'll be a scramble for possession as it's Mango will get it right back.
And has a little time, but not too much, so trying for a gentle back pass. And as I said, love to see it. Love to see the awareness to look for those passes. And here it goes again with the potential crosses. I mean, the spacing is quite nice for Flatliners, so let's see what they actually do with it here. Ooh, excellent delivery, in fact.
But not able to finish that shot. It will bounce off the crossbar. So an excellent pass, but just not enough of an angle to find it into the goal.
Yeah, you can see the CJ, the boss, again, playing some good defense there, just trying to deny the angles. But Mr. Nate Bro will get that disc, and some punches on the goalie will result in a shot. It was a good look, but another ding there, just missing that opportunity.
And it will go back in the hands of Flatliners. It's Mango will send it to the floor, looking to read that bounce as a team member, able to get that stun on the goalie coming out. And it's Mango will lose it at the ceiling and a slap out by Oskador.
Yeah, quick shout out, by the way, to Curry in a Hurry, saying I'm stopping by there. Nice to see you. As well as Mild Salsa, been in the streams all day. And Steamed Hams, what is with these food names? Making me hungry. I've been casting too much, not eating enough, and maybe trying to feast on some goals. There's an open one, but no, gets rolled with a punch. And right back to Mr. Nate.
I'm definitely parched. It's been a long day of casting, and that stack able to find its way to mid, and it will sail down to floor. Going to be picked up by Flatliners, and then have this advantage in the backcourt, sending it up to Nest, pulling his player out of position. It was slightly behind them, so they'll lose that advantage as they approach this bubble.
And yeah, just maybe expending a little bit of time waiting for something to look good, something to line up, anchoring off, and they will line that one. Just a big barrel full of players all within a close vicinity near that goal. And Catastrophe, hey, he just walks it in.
I'm just continually impressed by these new teams. Very solid team play, very cohesive movement. It's exceptional, and this is what I love to see.
Absolutely, and hello also to VR Wolf. Also stopping by. Good to see everyone throughout the day, all day, so many streams, and that will be the case for the foreseeable future for the rest of my life. That's not a promise, but it probably is anyway. Nonetheless, Catastrophe with a disc dancing around. Talk about tangoing earlier. That's what he's doing right there in the tunnel.
And a little bit of a dance and a little bit of a throw. Will bounce off the bottom floor. Picked right back up off CJ DeBoss with the steal. Going for that long shot, slightly off target. Will bounce out towards mid.
And yeah, Wonder taking it over. Even Wonder, for those who've seen him in the Discord, I can't help but think of Wonder Bread every time now. whenever he's posting. So yeah, we got mangoes, we've got hot cocoa, we've got bread, we've got steamed hams in the chat. We've got a full buffet here. It's a potluck, and we're just lucky to be here watching these great games.
And with that clear through mid, almost at the back line, trying to stop his boombox. And at the back line will be Hot Cocoa, trying to make that the initial pass, but they're gonna get it as Catastrophe's looking and taking his time on the floor, looking for that pass behind goal. Just gonna take it in himself, and the save by Hot Cocoa with the excellent prediction and the clear through tube.
Well, that was a stellar save yet again from Coco, and will it enable the goal? Yes, it will, from CJ the Boss. And he is absolutely making his mark and name known here in the final stream of the night. He is just continuing to pile on those points and these big plays.
What do they say? Defense wins games, and in that circumstance, it definitely helped getting that save, preventing that goal, and getting that clear through tube as all the players of Flatliners were playing up in offense and not able to stop that clear.
Yeah, that absolutely. Props to the defense turning into offense, and maybe turning into some more off a good pass, but just couldn't handle it. Was in the general area, but luckily the positioning gets them some more rebounds and opportunities. And Curry, oh yeah, Curry and her. So we have yet more food names. I'm so used to saying Curry, it didn't really occur to me in my head that, oh yeah, that's also a food name. But, trying to feast on some more points. Couldn't quite get that one. Unfortunately, that would have given him a lead here with less than 2 minutes remaining. So every point is going to matter so much here on the context of this outcome.
And with that long shot, it won't be on target, but if they can chase it up with their stack, they slightly overshoot it, but they have time to recover. So they have this advantage in the bubble, and they'll send it above goal as the player will descend, and they'll find it to extend their lead to 3 points. So all they have to do is stop one possession, stop a 3-pointer, and they'll maintain their lead.
Yeah, right on the backs of Mr. Nate Bro and his offense. Assist by Catastrophe, and that's the way that Flatliners opened it up, was with those excellent offensive drives from Mr. Nate Bro. Just, again, over and over, it was scoring, just blazing across the floor in round one especially. And then you saw CJ DeBoss contributing there. But again, right back to old reliable Mr. Nate. And doing a great job for his team. And now Loki really in a position where if that goes in, that just might be it as the clock winds down. Catastrophe. Just a great shot, 24 meters deep, and not only that, but fast at 17 meters a second.
You want to talk about stellar? I mean, everything from these teams has been stellar, but what a terrific arm from Catastrophe, able to make that long three.
Absolutely, and apparently I also missed the fact, yeah, mild salsa. It's a food, I suppose. I mean, it's a mild food, but it's a food. This is very true. But
is it edible? Can you eat it? It's a food. So with that shot off the back wall, be picked up by Oscador, sent off Sneeze Guard, and we'll get a nice little bounce back towards Boombox.
I don't follow your logic. Actually, I do. But yes, the conclusion of this stream, of this game, of this match, it's 11-5 in 3 rounds, and that was exciting for sure. Very competitive, and credit to Flatliners, able to pull through just based on some excellent offensive maneuvering and quickness. But Loki really gave it a good fight. We saw some great defense and brawls being played on their end as well. And yeah, great things to work with, but Flatliners ultimately the victors here of the night.
Absolutely, and looking at the scoreboard, we've got CJ the Boss with 12 points, really making a huge difference. Oscador coming through with 3 points, and on the other side of the board, we've got Catastrophe with 13 points and that stellar long.
Oh, did I lose you? Are you here?
He threw with 8 points, 4 assists, 3 saves.
Sorry, you're cutting off there. That might be a thing on my end. I think you're back now, though. You're good.
Well, I'll just let you take it over from here.
You're back. You're fine.
Okay. Well, I was going through the scores, so we got 12 points from CJ the Boss, 2 saves, 4 steals. Oscador with 3 points, 1 save and 2 steals. Wonder coming through with 5 saves. Hot Cocoa coming through with 6 saves. Mr. Napro with 3 saves, 4 assists, 8 points. Mango with 3 assists, 1 steal, and 45 stuns. 71 stuns to Oscador, and Catastrophe with 13 points, and 1 assist. And Boombox coming through at that back line, holding it down with 2 saves and 1 assist.
Oh, there you go. Talking about names, we got Boombox as well, so we already have the food, now we have the music. It's a whole party up in here. That said, the party's about to end on the night for the streams at least, but maybe it'll continue at home wherever you guys are. Either way, appreciate everyone from joining us today and across the afternoon and the evening and the mornings and everything in between. I mean, we'll be doing this as much as possible. As I saw Mild Salsa saying, cast your game versus Loki on Friday. I hesitate to make promises on casting teams directly, but what I can promise is I will cast you at some point. It's very dependent, on all the scheduling and what the other casters are doing too, but I will absolutely make it a point to cast every unique individual team I can, if not all of them, throughout the course of the season. Yeah.
And I have to say, Curry in a Hurry saying it's so cool seeing teams get better along with our casters. I have no idea what you're talking about. We've always been this good.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even sure I followed what that. Let me read that. Was that an insult or was that like a compliment?
I don't know. It's kind of backhanded, but
I'm trying to
nonetheless, I'll
I'm trying to
take
figure.
it.
This is too late in the night to be giving me mind benders. Let me see. It's so cool seeing teams eating.
It's putting your mind into a pretzel.
Oh, this needs to end. 5-Spotted Dog with a subscription at Tier 1, 6 months. It's nice to be able to sub again, says 5-Spotted. Well, I spotted you there in the Twitch chat right on time as we were about to end the stream. But yeah, thank you very, very much for the Tier 1 sub and to everyone else who subbed throughout the day and who followed. I mean, the numbers continuing to pop day by day. Now,
Definitely.
Now, Jack. Jack. See, you tried. I know I said it was late, but it's not so late that yeah. Anyway, I'll shout out you, Jack. That's about it, though. Anyway.
Can we shout out a moderator? No, but good attempt. But really a terrific game, and what a great ending to tonight.
Absolutely. Well, and yeah, you know what? Shout out aside of our casters, so I'll get through that real quick because we had a lot joining us today. I've been Palidore, but we have SputnikKobra joined us for a lot of casts. We have SirDimwi joined us for a lot of casts. We also had Swift early in the afternoon. Maybe VR Jersey, I'm not too sure because I was asleep at the time. But we had Rox Titan, we had Dash, we had Kung. So an awful lot of people coming in to contribute on the community and cast these matches all day long. So appreciation to all of them, and of course our fantastic league moderators here joining us in Season 2 who, as I continue to say because it's absolutely true, the season would not have gotten off onto any kind of start had it not been for their ridiculously hard work over the last couple weeks. So yeah, much appreciation to all of them. Wit, Nada, Gilligan, Sneaky Evil, Princess, Alacost, Dano McFabulous, and Echo Zero. So there you go. And there's Gilligan, speaking of. Let's go. Jack, no, I will not. I'll shout you out again. That's about it. Catch me on one of those days where I do like 8 matches in a row, and then it'll probably work. Probably.
And I just want to say thanks for the cast, Pally.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, Wonder saying thanks for the cast. Well, not a problem. That was a fun match to watch. Great games from all of you. And yeah, Wonder Bread. All right. Anyway, redirecting here. Sputnik, anything else to leave off with, or have we done our job with a thanks?
Happy birthday, Fitz G100. Happy 14th birthday. May it be a great one, and I hope tonight has been stellar for you.
Well, it's been very, very stellar indeed. So, from VRML, again, I've been Palidore. That's been SputnikKobra on this cast. And it's been a great one. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye!